legendary was the XANADU, where Kubla Khan decreed his stately pleasure dome. Today, almost as legendary is Florida's XANADU, world's largest private pleasure ground. Here, on the deserts of the Gulf Coast, a private mountain was commissioned and successfully built. 100,000 trees, 20,000 tons of marble are the ingredients of XANADU's mountain. Contents of XANADU's palace. Paintings, pictures, statues, the very stones of many another palace. A collection of everything, so big it can never be catalogued or appraised. Enough for 10 museums, the loot of the world. XANADU's livestock, the fowl of the air, the fish of the sea, the beast of the field and jungle, 2 of each, the biggest private zoo since Noah. Like the pharaohs, XANADU's landlord leaves many stones to mark his grave. Since the pyramids, XANADU is the costliest monument a man has built to himself.
Hey everyone, how you doing? It is Friday, August the 23rd, and I come to you with, wow man, this is just huge news. This is what Free Radio Revolution is all about, bringing you the important headlines, telling you what's really going on out there. Here we go. Celine Dion, her own version of XANADU. As you saw in the opening sequence, her palace. She got dolphins in there? Oh my god, she's got a water park apparently. There's actually 3 different pools in this thing. And this is all her house, all this crazy thing. Crazy. So this is a big story. Hey, it's Quebec, eh? What else are they going to talk about other than the crooked politicians who are racist, xenophobic fucking bastards? But we won't go there, not on this podcast. We're sticking with Celine. Now, from a Quebecois perspective, you have to understand, it is Queen Celine here. She is the de facto monarch of Quebec. Her and her grandfather, they are the biggest celebrities in the world for Quebecers. And anything she does makes the fucking news. Front page news. Like yesterday, Celine Dion launches Twitter account. This is on CBC. Right? This is on the front page. I saw this and sighed. And a new day has come for Canadian pop star Celine Dion on social media. The Quebec chanteuse started an official Twitter account Thursday morning, writing in her first tweet, "Hello Twitter, how are you? Excited to talk to you more." Yeah, she also promoted her new album. "Hi everyone, very excited about my new album." Well, that probably had something to do with her getting on Twitter. I could just imagine all the idiotic responses. I'd like to see who responded to her Twitter. Actually, I don't want to see that. Neither do you. Let's be real here. But this is what becomes news in our country. I mean, if it's not front page news nationwide, it is front page news in Quebec. And it's all Celine all the time. So I remember hearing about this house because residents were complaining that she was using up all the water at her residence on this island here. And apparently her neighbors are Olivia Newton-John, who hasn't had a hit since the 80s, Michael Jordan, and Kid Rock. Well, you'd probably get a good basketball game going at the very least. So they're asking $72.5 million. So anyways, this house was in the news when they were building it, and I showed some of those pictures there. That when this thing was being built, this huge monstrosity, and then it took years to build it. It probably took years to fill the goddamn pools. They're so massive, right? So apparently Dion and her husband, her grandfather there, René Angelil, got into trouble. Here you go. Her neighbors. So her home was completed in 2010, a mere 3 years ago. So 3 years and that's it. They built this frickin' thing forever. Now she's playing in Vegas, and so presumably she's going to make another one in Vegas, except it'll be twice or 3 times the size. Her neighbors were none too pleased with the amount of water her 2 pools and lazy river were sucking up from the area's water supply, and town officials took umbrage with her water park themed backyard. Dion and her grandfather René Angelil had to drill 6 wells to appease claims that they were water hogs. So I remember reading about it, and it was one of those, oh my god, you know, if you don't hate rich people enough, you don't hate pop stars or pop divas enough, well, this story would put you over, kind of thing. Apparently her palace, her floating palace here, used as much water as a 10,000 population town, right? This is what these creatures live like. It is another world. It truly is Xanadu. And need I even comment on how awful her music is? No, I need not. You only need to have taste to understand how awful Celine Dion is. But as I said, she's fucking queen here. So the land to build the home was estimated to have cost $20 million. $20 million for the land alone. So it's one of these things that illustrates the extreme difference that exists today. And to be clear, she also owns several other homes, including one in Montreal. She has her own island there. I think this is the home in Montreal. Quite the stately place, right? Look at this kitchen. I mean, my God, what do you have, a staff of 30 working the kitchen alone? All this for singing crappy pop songs to Disney movies. That's her Montreal island that she owns. It's just insane. The difference in wealth today has never been so extreme. Nobody's had a place like this. Even Xanadu didn't compare to this. Didn't have a water slide. Well, it sure did have the Corinthian pillars and all the Egyptian artwork and stone masonry from England. It's just madness. It really is madness. And it's probably even crazier. And look at this, like right on the side. Celine Dion helps set up French-Canadian songstress in Las Vegas Strip residency. How mag-fucking-nanimous of her. Celine Dion gets top order of Canada honor. And of course, as I said already, she made her debut on Twitter. And this is the story. It's just madness. It really is absolute madness. That's all I can say. I don't even know. I mean, look at this thing. What are they going to do? Sacrifice babies at it? Oh, boy. It's just madness.